This is Matt with Tips for Truckers, and this video is about different orientations of steel coils that you'll get and different ways to load them and the advantages and disadvantages to each. Starting off, this is what we call suicide. The reason we call it suicide is because, well, if it rolls forward, it'll go right through your cab and kill you. But anyway, so I like to load it this way because you put the chains right through it, you pull it forward, you pull it backwards, you pull it down, you put a strap over it, and it just works really well this way. It's a good way of securing them, and it's also pretty easy to tarp if you have multiple coils. And speaking of, this is what it looks like when they're tarped and everything. So you got different techniques of tarping it. You know, I like this one where you kind of fold the front and put a strap between them so that you know, it's not flapping all over. Now this next one is called the shotgun way of loading them. So this is when you, well, obviously the eye of the coil, the eye is the little hole in the middle, is where it's pointing towards your truck. And so you always want to put straps over top of it this way, at least 3. And then what you end up doing in the middle, in the eye, you actually don't put the chains and pull them towards each side. You actually exit them in the middle. So that means that when you put a chain in from the back right, you hook it to the left front. Okay, and now this last one, I'm gonna kind of put 2 in one. This one is called a palletized coil, also a lay down coil, but it'll be on a pallet most of the time. Well, not most of the time, some of the time it'll be on a pallet. And then what you want to do is you want to put some edge protection, like a moving blanket or something, over the top, and you X a strap over it. But you also want to throw a chain over the middle, and you want to make sure you put at least 3 of these securement methods, and always put at least 1 chain over them, because we had a driver here who loaded these and it fell off because the first 2 he put an X with the strap and then a chain over the middle like you're supposed to. But on the center coil, what he ended up doing was just putting a strap over it with no edge protection. Ended up cutting and falling onto the interstate. So yeah, definitely check your edge protection. Make sure you put chains on each of these. Now this is very similar to a palletized coil. They might still call it a palletized coil, but it's a lay down coil. And what you're going to have to do with this one is usually you'll have to get up on the trailer. They'll usually have those pieces of dunnage on top, and you throw them down on your trailer. But the nice part about this is you don't have to have 4x4s to load these. But this is just like that last one, where I'm going to tell you want to put a chain at least over, 1 chain at least over each of them. If you X a chain, you don't need any straps, but I would not trust not having a chain on these. And another thing is, don't load these more than 3 high or 3 foot tall. It's Matt with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day.